Okay, guys, so today we watched Gymkata. Travis, would you like to explain Gymkata?
Sure, I'll go for it. Alright, so with Gymkata, you have I guess, medal winning Kurt Thomas.
Yes.
Okay. Who's an actual gymnast.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they decided they wanted to make an action film movie with him. And call it Gymkata, where they're going to fuse gymnastics and martial arts. And they did that.
They did do that.
They did do that. Yeah. And it was done quite brilliantly, I guess. In the movie, he is basically hired, I guess, by the government.
Yeah,
I'm guessing some sort of government organization.
Yeah,
or something.
It's just a guy in a business suit, and he's like, Kurt Thomas, we want to send you in to
the game.
Yeah, but what's the country called? Kazakhstan?
Parmistan.
Parmistan.
Yeah.
That's right.
Which I guess is a real country. I don't know. It was filmed on location in Yugoslavia, and they used the Yugoslavian villagers as the extras.
You can tell.
They look pretty rough.
But
by the average number of teeth.
Yes.
Which is 3, maybe. Let's start from the beginning of this thing, so we can really get through all the shit with it. So it literally, the first thing we see, Kurt Thomas, doing gymnastics.
Mm-hmm. So I guess he really is a gymnast.
Yeah, no, he's a real gold medalist. Kurt Thomas is real.
And they said, let's put him in a movie.
Yeah, they're like, let's put him in a movie.
Let's put him in a movie
called Gymkata, and that's what they
also
did.
Doing martial arts.
Well, I mean, they're kind of similar.
Because that makes a lot of sense.
Or at least the transition would seem.
Sure, yeah. I feel like he could learn martial arts extremely fast. Cuts to him at his dining room table with generic businessman.
Generic businessman.
And
Generic businessman won.
And that's whenever generic businessman's like, all right, we need a new kind of warrior.
Right.
Somebody we can mold
From that scene,
to be Gymkata, essentially.
the way that I interpreted that scene was that he was like, you're a great star now, but you could be even bigger star if you win this game. I feel that's what it was about.
Yeah.
That's what I thought the movie was about.
Direct military action is out of style, my friend. Yes. But there is one chance for one man. Anyone who enters Pakistan must play the game.
Tone shifts in this movie are
It's just
wild ass.
I'm like, oh, you're doing it for accolades, right? And then later on, whenever they're like, oh, Dad, you're alive. And then I'm like, oh, he's doing this to avenge his father who he thought had died. And then it's like, oh, wait, no, satellites.
Right.
Because generic businessman's like, we're going to train you to be Gymkata. And then he gets trained to be Gymkata.
Which was a very long training sequence.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And you had the best line is whenever he was training with the black guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he knocks him over.
He's like, motherfucker.
Hey, shit, motherfucker. Damn, motherfucker.
His training is complete. He is now Gymkata.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the whole sequences with him, getting his ass whooped by the princess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's always pulling the knife out, and then they bang out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But he really thought this was going to be funny.
Just really going for it.
That's what gets the ladies.
Oh.
But when they actually get to Parmistan, remember they walk down the street and there's just
people selling their wares.
Yeah, it's like the racism, of a generic
flea market.
Right, in the Middle East. He's like, oh, you're American, I got good stuff. You buy now, you buy.
Good price.
Yeah,
Good price
I give you
for
good deal. I give you good deal. Yeah.
You like it? I give you a good price. I give you a good price.
I give you very good price, very good price.
Oh, look at this. It's also brass.
I'm just gonna have a quick drink.
Oh, yeah. How much for your woman?
Yeah. I trade you camel.
Yeah.
And then do you guys remember whenever the guy he's with, just another random businessman, just gets an arrow through the fucking
and
gut.
that was after he got the splash
another
in the face.
dude walked up to him first and he said, "Are you American?" And he
that's
said,
right.
"Yeah," and he just throws his drink in his face.
That's right. And
I love how you. He says, "Yeah,
yeah.
yeah." I'm
And
American.
then that guy just backs up real creepily, like just staring at him the whole time.
Eye contact.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, the businessman next to him catches an arrow.
Yeah.
Just like that's what I love most about this movie is the unexpected arrows.
Right.
People just get hit.
The guy's in mid conversation.
Yeah.
He's like, "All right, Gymkata, it's beautiful." Ah! It's like the most lazy way to hold him back.
Just creepy eye contact.
Running around. But I think
We go from drink in the face to
Oh,
arrow
it was
in the
great.
side. That's our first kind of like little chase scene where he goes.
What do you
after
mean, little chase scene?
Oh god.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Let's
That-
talk about
that
that,
was-
chase scene.
Okay, that was the first, right? And there are 30 minutes of this movie, I swear, is Gymkata
Yes.
being chased
Down
Around the
alleyways.
same.
around the same fucking locations. Because it's just alleyways and Gymkata running,
The woods.
alleyways and dudes with guns, alleyways, and
hiding
Gymkata
around a
running.
corner,
Yeah,
alleyway. Bottles just there to break from bullets.
Yeah. With their World War II machine guns.
Yeah.
yeah. That okay. Because at first we see an AK-47, and you're like, okay. And then literally the next guns we see are the World War II Schmeiser. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's crazy. Like
Yeah.
you can tell like that's just guns they had from another movie.
Right.
There's like fuck it.
This is what we can afford.
Yeah, we
So-
bought this at a bargain bin fucking movie place.
Just like we bought that movie at a bargain bin.
So let's not forget that with the run scene, the main thing that happens with that is that the princess is captured. So she's kidnapped, and he finds out where she's going, and he finds out from Q, the guy that does the fucking cliche James Bond tech,
Right.
which I'm tired of seeing that cliche. It happens in so many movies.
Yes.
looks ordinary enough, huh?
Very impressive.
Yes.
But can it do flips?
Yeah. Ooh, what is this?
But don't!
She's like, oh, I like that.
The blade's spring-loaded there that'll kill a man at 20 feet.
Every movie's got to have the tech guy, you know.
Yeah.
So.
It's always that. Don't press that button. Ah.
Which I don't know that you really see him use any of that tech at any point in the movie.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
Well, because it doesn't get packed back up.
Right,
He goes back to
right.
the warehouse or whatever, and he's like, he notices like, hey, you haven't packed anything while I've been running. That's right.
Yeah.
You haven't packed any of my shit, man.
What the hell?
What the hell is this, Stork?
What did you forget?
None of this stuff has been done. Nothing's been packed.
And then he's like,
Yes.
All right.
That's where
you got me.
yeah.
Then the guy
I'm a lazy asshole. What do you
Then
want?
the guy betrays him.
Yeah,
he's
betrays
like, oh
him.
yeah, all right.
And then he just gets like shot to shit
That's where the businessman.
You're right,
comes out.
from
Yeah.
the guy, and he goes, he's like, I knew we should have had.
The stealth team.
No,
take care of
he was
this,
like,
or-
I knew we should have had
With the
special.
CIA or whatever.
He was like, I knew we should have had the special
intelligence.
teams unit
Yeah,
on
yeah.
this. And you're like, okay, so the government's here? You're like,
Yeah.
There's something governmental
Right.
about
And
it?
what's funny is after that guy murders Q with the AK-47 and he kills like two other guys, he never comes back.
No,
you
he
know,
doesn't.
you don't ever see him again.
No.
He's like, now go finish it.
No, he's
Gymkata."
like, he's completely he's completely hands off the rest of the time.
Oh, shit.
This is a real shame, Kevin.
Another long ass chase sequences.
Yeah.
There's so much Kurt Thomas running in this. It's ridiculous. I swear, like they had 58 minutes of a movie written on paper,
Yeah.
and they're like, all right, guys, fuck it.
Well,
Let's just have Kurt Thomas run the 30 minutes.
What it is, they're like, we can't give this guy very many lines. He's just not going to work. So we're going to have him run a lot.
Yeah. It's like with this movie, you know, we were talking about how long it takes to get to the actual game. And it's like, we were joking about how you could have split it into 2 movies. Be like, we're going to get done with this and there's going to be no game. It's like fucking Gymkata 2, the game.
The game, yeah.
If it gets named the game, this one would be Gymkata Hot Pursuit.
Right.
That's what this would be.
Right.
Once they actually do like the whole Whitewater Rapids, then
Which was
Yeah, they get to the city.
yeah, that's when they get to the city, and then
farm stand,
and then that's when we find out that Filipino woman's dad is a Jewish white guy,
Yeah.
and he's the king of the town or city, whatever.
Right.
current Mel Brooks.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And then that's whenever they have the dinner scene, and that's whenever, like Travis was talking about earlier, to where we see Gymkata and we see the main actress doing the eyeball thing.
Right.
And then that's whenever
we find out that she's to be betrothed to this side or the right hand man to the king.
I would like to announce the wedding of my daughter, the Princess Rapali.
So he's Jewish.
Yeah.
She's from Thailand.
Yeah.
And then they're from Yugoslavia.
Right. That's whenever main villain Wham guy, George Michael guy, is like, oh yeah, he's all like tore on the sides and shit, and throws him at Gymkata, and Gymkata stands there because he's a badass.
Yeah, he didn't even flinch.
He doesn't flinch because he's fucking Gymkata.
You could say that they cut away from him and then they cut back and they're in the wall.
That's when he says that line of like, you can go ahead and put your hardware back in your pants.
That's right.
Like, hello.
See?
You must understand. She's mine.
It's not over yet. So put your hardware back in your pants.
All right, you bested me this time, Gymkata.
That ugly woman that was molesting him comes in with a knife. The ridiculousness that is that scene where he takes her. He's like, "You're gonna show me where the princess is," and then he gets there and he's like, "All right, here's your knife back.
Yeah. Here's your knife back.
Here's your knife
and
back."
Can you go tell her to meet me outside by the fence? Like, why didn't he just say that from the get-go?
Yeah.
Like, hey, go tell the princess I need to see her outside. Uh-oh. What kind of things are we going to see in the shadows?
Tell the princess to meet me in the car.
Wait, he had to. What?
Okay. Show me where she is. Now you go tell her.
Right, yeah, exactly. What was the point to that? Cut to the princess out in the courtyard with Gymkata.
Yeah. And then they get found out, and then they get chased around.
And then she like runs away, like she's like a trained martial artist, and she runs away. Ah!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was flailing her fucking arms.
And that's when he rudely flips between those two guys that are chasing after him.
Thrift store Wham.
Oh yes,
Oh, wow.
yes.
What? He just basically jumped in the middle of them. He didn't really like kick them or anything. He just kind of bumped into one and knocked the other one over. And they had this look of, well, what the fuck?
Yeah,
You know?
but like right after that happens, it cuts back to the king, and he's with the antagonist, Wham, and Wham's like, get him, get Gymkata, he needs to die,
Right.
And then the king's like, you're breaking the rules, you can't break the rules,
Yeah.
And then he does it anyway. And then the king just kind of doesn't care.
And then no one listens to the king anymore. They're just like, well, I guess we listen to this guy now.
Yeah, like clearly, Wham is the fucking is the new king.
How do you challenge to be a king in Farmistan? You just go against what he says.
Right?
And
Yeah.
then you're the
exactly.
king.
Then the game starts, and Travis is, well, no, you were wrong. He was like, the Asian's gonna be the first one to get it. And then it happens, and you're like, I was right. And like, 3 people have died.
There's like a whole slew of people have died before that.
And then immediately I was like, oh yeah. I told you the Asian dude would bite it first.
well,
he
it's
didn't.
like 5 guys have died before him.
Oh yeah. That's right.
And at one point, he's going up the rope, and then antagonist Wham guy is like, hey, I'll set the rope on fire. after he just shot the other guy with
an
a fucking arrow.
Right.
Right. It's like, you could have killed Gymkata right there, but of course, you know, movie.
And then Gymkata could have totally just like other rope.
It's
right here.
Yeah, they're all like within like feet of each other.
Yeah. You could have been like, "Oop, this one's on fire. This one's the way to go."
It cuts to, you know, the other ropes. You got a rope across the big waterfall.
Right.
And this is where we see multiple dummies fall to their death.
Yes.
The greatness. God, I could have watched another 5 of those. Gymkata gets to the village of I don't know if it's the village of the damned.
The village of the damned, right?
Or village of the dead.
Or it was the city of the damned. I think it was village of the damned, though.
It could be village of the damned, village of the dead, and what I think might be happening is they might all be deaf.
Right.
They might be village of the deaf because
They're
he
all
gets
deranged.
there. And this is such a hard right turn and tone.
Oh,
I
man.
couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
He gets into town and it's like,
There's
all right,
fog.
let's get the buckets of dry ice to get some fog on the streets.
It's gloomy all of a sudden.
And you got
It
all
turns
these,
into a horror movie at one point.
There's
Like,
weird noises going on.
it's just like Silent Hill out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh boy. I am death.
That's exactly what happens.
There's random teethless guys just hanging out windows, just going. Ah! That's the scene where they show that guard who has like 2 heads or whatever. Remember?
oh
the
yeah,
heads?
on the back.
Oh,
Guard's
right, right.
standing there and he like
It was
turns
so
around.
unnecessary.
Yeah,
that's
Because
right,
the guy
yeah.
looks back, he's like, "Well, that guy's not hurting anybody." But then he turns around, he's like, "This is my real
Well,
face." After that happens, that's whenever he goes to the pommel horse to pummel people.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
that's right.
yeah, you're right,
He goes
yeah.
to the pommel horse first and takes on 30 people.
You know, I'm not
yes.
gonna lie, this is a genius scene right here. Like, this whole sequence is incredible. Like, it's just a fucking gymnastics horse. They somehow incorporated this into this movie, and it's great. It's great.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
Yes!
Oh, man.
And that's the end of the movie.
But that's
They solve their own problem there. You
Star
know,
Wars ending.
Jim
fucking-
Kata
yeah.
wrecks his shit up.
now they can position their satellite for the Star Wars defense.
Now
The winner of this movie is the U.S. government.
Right, exactly. Which
Always.
is what the moral was the whole time.
Right, the U.S. government always wins.
Yeah.
Always, especially in the 80s.
And especially
We were really way up our own ass in the 80s.
Right after with Reagan and everything. Woo.
The first early warning Earth station was placed in Pakistan for the U.S. Star Wars defense program. What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh, I really said that.
So that was the purpose. This whole time was so they could have strategic positioning of their fucking satellite.
That was the plot to the movie. The U.S. wanted to put a Star Wars program, missile defense, space station thing in Paris, where the fuck they are. Oh my, Parmistan. Oh my god.
You know what? Surprisingly, I never picked up on that.
No, I did not at all.
That was so out of left field that it's
I
like,
thought-
wait, what?
I thought this whole time he was just trying to save the princess and fucking like.
I thought it was about his dad.
Yeah.
That was Gymkata, you know. That's we said everything we can say about Gymkata.
That's all.
That's all the Gymkata we can get out right now.
We are Gymkata'd out.
Right.